Hi everyone, it's me Idris, and guess what? I've got some new returning Patriots. Up first, let's go new Patriot. We have Jonathan Collins. Jonathan, you've been listening to the show. You obviously said, you know what? I need to support this. I need to support these brothers. I need to support Idris Elba. And that means that you signed up for Patreon. Thank you for your patronage, Jonathan. We love you. We hold you. We grab you by the hand, and we welcome you to being a Patriot. Thank you for your patronage. And then we have some returning Patriots. We have Alicia Agogo. Alicia, you left us, but you came back because you can't get enough. It's probably of that Justin or Idris fella, huh? I think it's me. I think it's Idris. Thank you for being a Patriot once again. Up next, we have King Monaghan. King, you are king because you're patronizing this show. Thank you for being a Patriot once again. Thank you for joining us back all over. And last but not least, we have an upgrade in the tiers. That's right. Shonda upgraded her Patreon. Shonda, it doesn't matter if it was $5 or $10 or $15. We know one thing. We love you. We love you for upgrading your patronage and wanting to do more, to hear more, to enjoy more of this show. Thank you for your patronage. Guys, this is all you have to do. You gotta show a little love over at patreon.com/mediumpopcorn. We have $2, $5, $10, and $15 packages. So why don't you go over there, sign on up, and then you can get hollered at by Idris. All right, guys. Idris, all right.
Medium popcorn. We are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me, and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Medium popcorn. Woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault.
It's always crazy when you watch a movie and life is actually stranger than fiction. I'm Eddie Collins.
Guys, this is Justin Brown.
And we are Medium Popcorn, spoiling the movies, but you already knew that because you heard that velvety Justin Brown voice and you heard my crazy ass ad libs that give P. Diddy back in the 90s a run for his money. I actually should have referenced P. Diddy. But I recently listened to Ready to Die, and like his ad libs on that album were insane. Like, fair. So unnecessary. Like, the songs are already hype. You don't have to add more. It's just, he tainted it all. Anyways, folks,
that's just what he does, baby.
Yeah. We were talking about the Netflix movie, Don't Look Up, by Adam McKay, also written by Adam McKay, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Rob Morgan, Jonah Hill, Mark Rylance, Tyler Perry, who's actually pretty fucking good in this.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry is actually good in everything besides this, outside of the stuff he directs. And the only movie I've seen Tyler Perry not be decent in was that Alex Cross movie. Everything else he's pretty good. Yeah. Even like small cameos, like in a Star Trek movie and stuff. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, Tyler Perry can act. He's good.
Yeah,
just stop doing your own shit. And folks, be able to look out for a review of Mia Coppola with Kelly Rowland, because that's gonna be fucking a humdinger right there. That was nuts,
Christ,
and not in the fun way. Also, Timothy Chalamet is in this. Ariana Grande, Ron Perlman, and Kate Blanchett and Meryl Streep. Like, this fucking cast was banger.
Crazy.
Like, stats cast.
Let me just say right now, Kate Blanchett, I was always like, okay, whatever. She looks fucking great in this film.
Dude, I that's hilarious. I don't want us to like just harp on white starlets, but bro, I wrote down the same thing. I don't know what it is about Kate Blanchett in this movie, but she looked great. And I also like Kate Blanchett when she was the evil sister in Thor Ragnarok. I thought she was
oh my god,
you know, so
oh my god.
Oh, I guess I just like her being like villainous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like it's not necessarily my cup of tea, but they dressed up very Fox News. She was very Fox News in this, because Fox News very particular look. They all look very fucking reptilian. But like she had,
they had Tyler Perry playing, the house nigga on the network. It was hilarious. It's all the satire makes sense, in this movie.
Mhm.
The only issue is, like I said at the very beginning, none of this shit is as funny as it could have been because it's all reality now. It's literally all reality, and it's not even satirical anymore. It's literally people are saying insane stuff. Our president saying the wildest shit on social media. He's literally like, "I'm about to do a rally starring your favorite person of all time, me." Like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Who draws the best crowds? Who does the best things? Then it's me. I'm like, oh my God.
You,
Guys,
you know what's so Yeah.
guys, we have a UFC fight happening next
I
weekend
know. It's
at the White House
it's
for his birthday.
Yep.
We have gone back to Roman times.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And I'm a
It's
UFC
nuts.
fan. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I can't watch
Yeah.
it. I will not pay for that. Absolutely not.
And folks, I mean, here's the thing: like, we're not going to avoid politics on this episode because this movie is very, very political. Adam McKay clearly had a lot he wanted to say. It is interesting that this is like his first. I mean, he did like obviously all the stuff with Will Ferrell, Talladega Nights, all that stuff. But like in regards to him, kind of becoming a serious auteur, so to speak, with like the drama stuff after winning the Oscar for the Big Short, which I still think is a phenomenal movie. I love the way that he combined like kind of documentary style with actually explaining highly concept. Well, at the end of the day, stupid people are able to use those concepts, but manipulation in the markets and finance and stuff for like simple, like just regular schmegular people to understand, right? I thought Vice, despite like, you know, some random ass like moments, was actually pretty good. I just didn't care to watch a movie for 2 hours about Dick Cheney, but like the cast was fucking great. So this one, I'm like, okay, Leo's doing a fucking another comedy, which I love. I think Leo might be in the top 5 for me of all time. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio is amazing.
I think
he's amazing in everything that he does.
5.
Yeah. So we are also having that conversation. We recently got the thing. I forgot who was it. Who was
Will
it?
Smith's like assistant or something like that?
No, it was his bodyguard. Is one of the security guys. Said that like he's like Will Smith is a better actor than Denzel. And so basically his whole argument was that Denzel has like one gear. He's like, but that gear is a motherfucker.
Yes.
He's like, but Will can do comedy. He could do a little bit of everything, but he also can hit the gears at Denzel. He's more multifaceted. And you know what? He's fucking right. It's hard to debate that. And like, yeah, you could prefer who you want to prefer. And Will Smith has his own personal shit going on, but that should play no factor into his acting ability. I think that Will Smith may actually be the better actor. But Denzel is, I think, far more accomplished than Will Smith is.
I would say like, yeah, Denzel is more distinguished in a way.
Yeah.
And obviously he's more respected now, especially after like, you know, the Oscar slap and stuff like that. But they both have an incredible legacy entertainment for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, because Will also has the music stuff. You know, I know obviously this new stuff the past like 15 years has been garbage. But like Will, in regards to box office, blockbusters, Denzel, like even though he's consistent at the box office, Will Smith was like he was a pioneer in regards to starring movies that starred a black man that was making hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars consistently.
So here's the thing about Will Smith. Because of how Will Smith started in the acting realm, he shouldn't be that good. He shouldn't. No one would expect Will Smith to be as good as he is. But Denzel coming from the stage and things like that, you know, Denzel has more of the pedigree to be a Denzel. That's what you would kind of expect from him. Will Smith being as good as Will Smith is, and if you don't think that Will Smith is on tier of like a Denzel in acting ability, I think you're kidding yourself. I think you're letting the outside noise get in, and you're not watching objectively and really seeing him for what he is. That guy's he's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Folks, email us at mediumpod@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. Who's the better actor, Denzel or Will Smith? Or if you want to throw a video.
Let's put the video out there as well. When we get an opportunity, we'll throw it on Patreon and something like that.
Yeah, we'll throw it on Patreon. And then also, I do want to like eventually do a top 5 actors and actresses because Meryl Streep is definitely probably number 1. And Cate Blanchett's definitely a top 10 for me in regards to best actresses. Because I don't know if you saw Tar, but like I was like, when if it's her and Michelle Yeoh, I was like, I could see Kate Blanchett getting it because she was really fucking good. But I digress. We are talking about Don't Look Up, which is about
Hold
two. Sorry,
what was Pete Davidson? Was he piping down Kate Blanchett? Right?
No, Ariana Grande.
No, he was also linked to Kate Blanchett. I'm pretty sure.
I think Kate Blanchett's been married for a long time, bro.
Are you sure? Or it's somebody else where I was just like,
you're thinking about maybe Kate Beckinsale. That's what you're thinking about.
Kate Beckinsale. My bad. But still,
yeah,
Pete's got a resume, bro. He has a resume. He has a resume.
He's up there with Jeter, like in regards to he's up there.
Yeah,
in regards to modern day like Frank Sinatra kind of dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Legendary pipe. Go ahead.
Let's get to the movie. So, the movie is about Jennifer Lawrence's character. Her name is Kate Dibiasky. She's a doctoral candidate in astronomy at the Michigan State University, not the University of Michigan. I'll get fucked up in Ann Arbor if I keep saying that. And she discovers an unknown comet. And then her advisor, Dr. Randall Mindy, who's played by Leonardo DiCaprio, he basically confirms like, oh, this is an unknown comet. And they celebrate it first until they start figuring out the trajectory of the comet. And this is when I wrote down Leo might be in my top 5 because no matter what the movie is, he always has moments where you're like, damn, he's a fucking good actor. So when he's doing the calculations on the whiteboard and he realizes that that's going to impact Earth and it's going to be a planet killer, you see him calculate process, then tell everyone, oh, it's late, everybody. I can't. He takes the L. He's like, I can't figure out the math right now. Everyone just go to bed. We'll figure it out in the morning, even though he knows what the math is.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, he's such a fucking good actor. It's just, then Jennifer Lawrence, like he makes that character stick around and they basically confirm it's going to be a global extinction event. They call up NASA and they basically loop them in with Dr. Teddy Oglethorpe or Allegathorpe, however you say it, played by a great performance actually by Rob Morgan. I thought he was really good in this, even though I had a lot of questions about Teddy and why he ain't got no family to be with during those last moments on Earth. You know what I mean?
Bro, he's a scientist. He's a scientist. Like a lot of those people that are really dedicated their lives and to what they do. I don't know. Like I'm not surprised. It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? I mean, I don't know if he's married or not, stuff like that. But it's just like that guy lives for this shit. And I imagine if you work for NASA, you probably live for this shit.
Also, let's be honest, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and also, he's had a spouse since 1988. Yeah, that woman's been around a long time because that nigga seems like he would be. I feel like I would have a good conversation with him, but like I feel like he definitely doesn't suffer fools. So if he even has like the hint that you were like a dumbass or like just not able to like articulate, I think he'll just be like, okay, I'm not gonna. I've seen him do some dumbass radio shows and podcasts, so who knows? Maybe he doesn't give a fuck.
I don't know. But there's something about him that's kind of just like I ain't got time for this.
Yeah, very much so. So Jennifer Lawrence's character at the beginning, actually, when we first meet her, she's rapping along to Wu-Tang Ain't Nothing to Fuck With. And I wrote down my notes. I'm like, that white girl is definitely dropping them M-bombs. Because nobody's around. They just like, they're not going to like cancel Jennifer Lawrence. But I'm like, come on. The only white person to get away with saying like the N-word in a rap song that it was never a controversy, Ike Barinholtz in Neighbors. I forgot what song he raps, but he drops the M-bomb. And I remember being like, whoa. And like nothing ever came out about it. Like there was no uproar about it. It's such a quick scene. So I don't know. And it's not like he was just like doing a hard ER like it was a slave movie or anything, but it's just like so intense and random. It was like, Jesus Christ. What happened? Why you laughing?
No, like it was a slave movie. I'm just like,
that'd be a Wild Neighbors twist. I mean, I did write that. Like, so for me, okay. So then what ends up happening is the astronomers, they and Teddy go to the White House basically to present their findings, and then they're waiting for almost like I guess a whole damn day. They're there
7 hours. There was 7 hours.
They're there till really late at night. To the point where the general who's supposed to be representing them, he has to leave after charging them for the snacks that are free in the White House. And this becomes a running joke for Jennifer Lawrence's character throughout the movie, which I thought was hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
It's one of the few jokes in the third act that kind of lands because for me, mid-second act, this movie starts falling apart very, very fast.
Well, I think it's because it gets very just like, oh no, this thing's gonna happen. And I think it's also because it's a little too close to it falls a little too close to home. And it's just like, this is not even funny anymore because this is what we're living through. Because I think there's a part of this film, and yes, we're talking about, extinction level combat and things like that. But you start thinking it was like, if this happened right now, we'd be fucked. We know we'd be fucked.
I mean, that's how I felt when this came out in 2021, bro. This came out like less than, I think we just were now going to the public places because I saw a Netflix screening of this, press screening for this, like, for award season. And I believe I was wearing a mask. I believe the cast for the most part was wearing a mask. Even though everyone did come out and everything like that, it was still like, whoa, like
this came really out December 24th, 2021 on Netflix. And I remember watching this. And so, mind you, this is what, a year removed from the election and everything like that. So it's just like, yeah, we are just coming off of Trump's first presidency. Like all of this was so fresh in our brain.
Yeah. And Omicron was just out too. It was like, we see what a competence does at the government level. And, the fact that Jonah Hill, who plays the chief of staff and also Meryl Streep's son, and Meryl Streep just is so insane as the president, even though she looked good. I was like, okay, Meryl always looks great with the makeup. They put her in those suits. I'm like, God damn. On top of being like probably the best actress of all time. But that's where, like, I think you're right, Justin. I think that's where the comedy like was really losing me, because you literally have people that talk like Jonah Hill now, like Steve Hegseth or whatever his fucking name is, Pete Hegseth. He talks kind of like Jonah Hill's character. He trolls people like Jonah Hill's character. Same with JD Vance. They talk to like regular people or journalists and American people like this. So it's like, I thought Jonah Hill was funny in this, but it's also like, damn, like, and it's very uncomfortable because, the journal, the astronomers, they get basically brushed off by the president. She's like, the midterms are coming up, like, we're not going to raise the alarm. We're just going to, say 70%, it might be an event, we'll figure it out from there. We'll get our Ivy League scientists on it, which is like such a shade because Michigan State's not a bad school. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's like, it's like one of the top fucking, I guess, space programs that they have out here and monitoring the space. It's just like, yeah. We'll get people from Harvard. Like when they do that later in the movie, I'm just like, Jesus.
Yeah. It's the reason why the gentleman who was the showrunner for Veep said we had to stop. So like it became like the real life became funnier than the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I think the thing that's the saving grace for this movie, because Adam McKay's script is decent. I think it's a little overlong. I think it goes in too many different directions, especially when we get to Jennifer Lawrence and Timothy Chalamet, whatever's happening there. And then Leonardo DiCaprio's affair with Cate Blanchett, because like he gets so caught up with the fame and being the world's sexiest scientist and shit. I thought it was just wild. And so I'm like, the cast saved this movie because it's so diverse and it's so like so many people that have been Oscar nominated or Oscar winners and stuff like that. Although Mark Rylance, like, it's that weird ass billionaire dude who basically destroys the earth. I've never fucked with him ever since he beat Sylvester Stallone for the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor over his performance of Creed. I just never. He won from Bridge of Spies. It's a Spielberg.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, I watched it, and I was like, that still was like Slash who win, and then he did it, and I was like, fucking A. But that's because Hollywood hates this guy. You know what I just learned about Sylvester Stallone today?
What's that?
The line, and I got this from the Rewatchables, so it's not like I did my own independent research. Apparently, the line that Jack Black says in Tropic Thunder, where he's like, I'll stroke the balls and jerk the shaft and swallow the gravy or whatever. Apparently, Sylvester Stallone, when he was on set one time, took some chick into his trailer, was hooking up with her, and he literally told her to do that. He's like, struck my balls and blah, 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 and swallow the gravy. And like everyone in the crew could hear because he still has mic on. And so that's for Jack Black saying,
stroke the balls, through the shaft, take down that gravy. Yeah, I'm gonna take down that gravy.
That's so wild. Crazy. That's so crazy, dude.
And take that gravy for me.
That's ugh.
You know what else is crazy in this movie? Leonardo DiCaprio as like a dad of middle-aged men. Well, they're not middle aged, but they're supposed to be like in their early to mid 20s.
Yeah,
like, this is so weird. And he's married to Melanie Linsky, who's had a really like career resurgence between the Last of Us and that one show Yellow Jackets, right?
Yeah.
But she is 49, and so there's a lot of jokes about Leonardo DiCaprio finally being in the movie with a partner who was his age.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, "Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it."
The most unbelievable thing is Leonardo DiCaprio not being with the fucking 20-year-old.
Exactly. That's why it was
or
funny.
even
like,
Kate Blanchett.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because that's why like her scene, his scene on the when they're waiting to go on that morning show with like Tyler Perry and Kate Blanchett's anchors, and they're across from Ariana, who plays the superstar, a super pop star, right? Who just had a breakup with the Carrot, like a rapper who's played by Kid Cudi and stuff like that. And Leo tries to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I heard about you and DJ Caruso or whatever breaking up," and she's like, "Why don't you mind your goddamn business, you old man?" He's just like, "Oh, all right."
It's like, jeez.
Yeah, Leo is so good at comedy, dude. Like him and Adam McKay teaming up is fun, but I kind of want like, some Will Ferrell added in there too. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of potential with. I don't know Adam McKay and Will Ferrell.
Oh, so you want a little bit more like absurdity. You want to see him do something a little bit.
I
more
want him
absurd.
to do
other guys.
I don't kinda like. I kind of want, but I want other guys. But I also want like the talent of like the Righteous Gemstones guys too. Like, I feel like it's been a long time since we've seen people that work really well together and do really funny like shit. And I just feel like Leo doing a full out like Adam McKay, Will Ferrell level.
Danny McBride.
You want him in that? Danny McBride. You throw in Jonah Hill. You throw in Seth in there. Like, I just feel like that would be so much fucking fun.
Yeah, because he definitely brings a lot of levity to scenes, and even with in his comedy as well. Because he's just, man. Like he plays it very like even when he was doing those stupid ads. Like it was fucking hilarious, but he's playing it straight the way you would see those ads. But again, I think that's also the part of the movie where you're just like, man, this comes across very familiar.
Exactly. But I mean, I laughed so hard when he's in the back where they're talking about so they're trying to shoot a rocket basically at this comet and break it up like similar to Armageddon, but not quite that insane.
Yes.
And Ron Perlman's the pilot who's so fucking crazy. He's like, I just want to show, all the white families doing their thing. And, the Asians, the Indians too. And the Indians too, both kinds. And he's like, also the gay people. And it's like, they're like, please stop. Keep your focus on the mission.
Yeah. It's like, we're going to cut off your mic. Your comms need to save that for later on in the mission.
But that one general's like, a different generation. Like, that's always the fucking excuse. Like, they were a different generation. But, so the rocket fails because Mark Rylance's billionaire character basically circles the rocket.
No, it doesn't fail. It doesn't fail.
He retreats.
The mission is aborted. The mission's aborted because basically he's just like, hey, we found out that there's basically all of these minerals that could be used for like cell phones and car battery tech, stuff like that. And China typically has that in their, in their region. But if we break this thing up and bring it down, it would make us trillions upon trillions of dollars. And that's at the point. I'm sorry, but that's at the point where I was just like, oh man, this is exactly what would happen.
100%, especially with this administration, the fucking Gilded Age of corruption. It's absolute, and that's what made it unsettling. But I laughed really hard that when Leo was like, "Well, what's the point of making all this money if we're all dead?" he's like, but that's because they all had the fucking white billionaires had a secret plan to get off Earth. So that's why at the end you see nothing but old white people that survived. And stuff, which is crazy because like, how the fuck are y'all even going to procreate? Y'all too old.
Yeah. Yep.
Fucking idiots. Anyway, but I guess that was the point of like the satirical ending and everything. But yeah, man, this is really dark. Like at the end of the day, I think it's just too dark for me to fully enjoy it as a comedy. But there were moments where I was like, fucking Leo is great. Again, I enjoyed Jonah Hill in this. I thought Tyler Perry and Rob Morgan actually had something to do. I almost wanted more Tyler Perry of his anchor because it was so intriguing, just the way he was doing this Michael Strahan, like Michael Strahan was like on Fox News vibe, and I thought it was hilarious. I also thought
Jennifer Lawrence. Hold on, Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, she was her straight man, a straight woman throughout this film. Like she was really playing it real. She's just like, guys, what the fuck is going on? You know, so she's the only one who's just like, I'm gonna call it how it is, and she's like the audience. But I think she did such a great job of just keeping that throughout the entire thing. Like, yeah, there's funny shit going on, but she's like, even when she's looking over and she sees Leonardo DiCaprio's character with Cate Blanchett, and they start kissing and stuff like that. She's just like, what the fuck is going on?
And she's the purest one. She's the consistency in regards to morals and everything throughout the movie. Because Leo's eventually gets compromised and he comes back to Earth at the end, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Jennifer Lawrence has the meltdown on the morning show where she's like, "Do you all not understand?" Because they're trying to do a positive, fun spin on everything, right? She's like, "Do you not understand what we just said? The world's gonna fucking end. We're all gonna fucking die." And then they're like, "Ooh, we like the science guy, but she's a little cuckoo." And then her boyfriend, Jennifer Lawrence's boyfriend, played by Himesh Patel, who's also blowing up. That guy's doing a lot.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in the new X-Files by Ryan Coogler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's gonna be Daniel Deadwyer's partner, I believe. They're gonna be like the new Skull, Mulder and Scully. If that's even their character names or whatever, but that's dynamic.
Yeah.
But so Jennifer Lawrence, she has this meltdown, and then the boyfriend's like back at his news station because he's a journalist, and like his coworker's like, "Hey man, it's okay. My brother has bipolar disorder too."
Yeah.
like little moments like that are hilarious.
And then he immediately throws out a fucking story about how it's just like, I slept with the crazy lady that says we're all gonna die. This is what it was like. It's like, so basically he made his career over shitting on her. Like, and that's how he broke up with her. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. This whole movie was nuts. But I did, again, I'm not gonna lie and say there were moments where I did laugh or like appreciate what I was seeing. Like Jonah Hill and Jennifer Lawrence's beef, the whole movie was fucking hilarious when he called her the boy with the dragon tattoo.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
when
he was like, when he told her, because they get ambushed, because she goes off on a bar. She tells them basically what's happening with the comet and why the initial rocket mission was aborted. So they put bags over their heads, and he was like, "Yeah, I had the FBI do that. They don't just do that. I asked them to do that to you."
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
She's like, I had a feeling that I had a feeling you did. I had a feeling, like, well, you were right.
Yeah, that was a good feeling because it was me. And then when he said that Jonah Hill said the thing about Meryl Streep, he was like, the Donald Trump line is basically like, "Yeah, if she wasn't my mom, man." I was like,
yuck.
This nigga's crazy. But I don't know. And I think for me, we're the second, like I said, the Leo stuff, having the affair when he gets caught up in the whole machine and being the mouthpiece for the administration, and not necessarily saying falsities, but like basically like covering for them, giving them like a scientific like credit. Was it credit or credentials? Or like no, what am I trying to say? Clout. Something like clout.
I can't think of the word, but yes, I know what you mean. Somebody out there is screaming at the fucking podcast right now. It's like, it's this word, you dumbasses.
Email us the word, everybody, at mediumpod@gmail.com. Let us know the word. Okay. I said, one of my notes was, I don't know why, but Cate Blanchett sometimes does it for me. I did think it was also hot when Cate Blanchett's character got turned on when Leo was doing like when they're having sex. She's like, "Tell me we're all gonna die." And he's like, "We're all gonna die." She's like, "Oh," I was like, God, for some reason I'd be into that. I don't know why.
I wish somebody would tell me that we're all gonna die.
Speaking of being aroused, I thought it was funny when they were talking about the administration was like in chaos when they were waiting to meet with them the first time because their Supreme Court nominee got into some shit because apparently he used to do nude art at a school, but get like
he's getting aroused
and stuff like that, make them uncomfortable. Yeah, it was like so stupid. But at the same time, again, I think because of when it came out, and also the fact that it doesn't really stick the landing, that's why people like ultimately kind of discard the whole movie. I think the first like 60 something minutes are really fucking good.
Yeah,
it's like nonstop, just like immediately, like from scene one, we're learning about the comet. And it hits the ground running, but then it starts getting lulls and getting weird, and it kind of like halts the pacing a little bit with the side with like Jennifer Lawrence work at the grocery store and then like meeting the Tim Chalamet character And then, of course, like we said, Leo having the affair, getting caught with having the affair by his wife. Because that's a very dramatic moment, too,
Yeah.
where that character's
Well-
reconciling with the bad decisions he's made.
So I think it really comes down to once we find out, the second plan of Bash Cellular, the Elon Musk slash fucking, I guess, Tim
There's some
Cook
Bill
from
Gates in
Apple.
there, and maybe some Steve Jobs, the way that he dressed.
Yeah, I think it's like a Steve Jobs, Elon Musk just mashed together.
Yeah.
I think once that explanation happens, I think that's where it gets a little too dark, and you're just like, oh no, because we all see the writing on the wall.
Yeah. Also, the Mike Rylance billionaire guy from Bash, he also has a little bit of Joe Biden in him. Because remember, he was sniffing that female scientist's hair. Yeah, dude. Like they were.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. Is like I get it. Adam McKay is like he's almost like the South Park guys, where he's like everybody can get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But god damn, and things are worse now. That's the thing, is when you watch this at the time, people were like, man, this is too close to home. But now things are even worse. You're like, oh fuck, we're so screwed. We're so screwed if anything catastrophic were to happen, like a comet or even like a nuclear bomb coming our way.
It's funny because like Paul and I were talking about this last night. We were just like, oh, actually this morning, like if something like this were to actually happen, we probably wouldn't even know unless somebody overseas put it out there, because with all the cuts that's happened to so many sectors, in government, we probably missed this. And we just, by the time we find out, we got fucking, we got fucking a month. Yeah, a month to say goodbye. So we don't have the time to even do, pretty much anything. And so, this movie, it really makes you think. It was just like the fragility of our world, especially right now, of how compromised we are.
I guess that's why, yeah. And also the second act does get a lot more serious because the gravity of the situation starts setting in and everything. It's just a hard watch ultimately at the end of the day. Like, unfortunately, because of the circumstances and the topics that Adam McKay chose to satirize they just hit too many different people and communities too hard. You know what I mean? Like, basically, if you're a rich white guy, you can probably enjoy this without any kind of like conflicting feelings. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And that's not me generalizing. I genuinely think that's like the only demographic that could probably watch this and be like, wow, that was fun, or like, oh, that was too preachy and liberal or whatever. But they wouldn't be like worried about, like, they wouldn't be feeling the things that we feel ultimately. Like,
Well, I think so, because I watched this when it first came out, and like I enjoyed it back then, but that's because I felt that we got through the other side of the tunnel of all the craziness that was going on.
We doubled down.
But now watching it now, you're just like, fuck. Yeah. Because also, listen, we elected Trump fucking twice. Well, first, not
we.
People elected Trump.
We in there, baby.
People elected Trump, or as I believe, I think it was stolen, but somehow Trump got in twice, right? The first time should have been a fucking enough. The second time, and as we can see what's going on, is getting wild, right? I don't know if we're done with this anymore, because we have people who are still being like, oh yeah, this is good. You know what I'm saying? So I think that now our democracy is just hanging on by a fucking thread, because I don't think we can necessarily trust anyone anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust a lot of niggas at the polls anymore. You know what I'm saying? People who I thought were trustworthy, I can't trust them at the polls anymore. To not do something stupid like this again and fuck our whole entire country up.
I hear that.
But and I think that's what makes this movie so it's cringy now, because as absurd as this movie tries to go with it, this is where we're at, and we can only get worse.
Yeah. I mean, they had the one moment where they were talking about the polls, and 23% of people didn't even think the comment existed at all. Like, there became those people that were like, I don't even think there's a comment at all. I think it's just to get the government to, like, the government wants to control us and rile us up and blah, 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 blah. It's like, And that's why Leo has that big breakdown where he's like, we can't even come to the same conclusion that a comet coming straight for Earth, that is what they said, like 5 to 10 kilometers wide or some shit.
Yeah, so it's 5.5, actually 5.592 miles. Yeah, so a little over 5.5 miles wide is going to hit the Earth.
The size of Mount Everest is what Leo said. And it's going to crash into the Earth.
Yeah.
Yep. It's going to crash into the Earth. And he's like, and we can't even like all agree that that is not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's... And if anything, we've leaned more into this, what this movie's satirizing. You know, it's not just doubling down. It's like, no, there's people that, because I think what a lot of people, first of all, you know, we've talked about this on the podcast before, and like, I don't think you have to be Republican, Democrat, or even, you know, moderate or whatever the fuck, independent, to agree with this statement. We as a world never reconciled with COVID.
Yeah.
And yes, there was probably some decisions made in regards to lockdowns and various things that we can debate, but also I'm not a fucking scientist, and neither are most of the people that comment on this stuff, that maybe could have been different. But at the same time, if you know history, even back in the Spanish flu and all this stuff, people didn't know what they didn't know, and niggas were just trying random shit. Some were like had ill intentions or malicious intent, but other people were genuinely trying to help and just didn't know what the fuck where to start and stuff. Anyways,
yeah,
all that is to say, I think there's been a severe mental health crisis in the world since 2020. And because, for whatever reason, people don't believe in mental health counseling or don't think it's useful or don't want to spend the funds or resources, because we're over here spending tens of billions of dollars a day on a fucking war that we don't even know why we're in, when we could be spending just a fraction of that money where everyone gets some type of free counseling, mental health counseling they want on a consistent basis. It's available to anybody. You know what I mean? Because I think when you have moments like that and your brain gets broken, and then and I'm not making excuses for people that actively vote against their best interests and stuff, but you get people that refuse to give an inch, because we also have a leader that refuses to apologize or acknowledge mistakes at any fashion, which just from a moral standpoint should be reprehensible to anybody. Yeah. The fact that we have the leader of the free world who refuses to be like, you know what, I fucked up, or I didn't know what I didn't know, so I made a bad call there. Never once will he ever give an inch. And because of that, we have people now that have to live in this alternate reality of such like 23. You know, I don't believe that there's even a real comet, even though I can see it from the fucking sky. You know what I mean? Like, because they have to. Otherwise, if I admit that I was wrong there, what else have I been wrong about? Or my imposter syndrome kicks in. You're gonna think I'm as dumb as I think I am, because that's how people think. That's what mental health issue. That's what leads to mental health issues, because people get down on themselves for various reasons. I do shit to myself all the time. I'm always telling myself mentally I'm a piece of shit, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I can't imagine other people that have that. It's just really frustrating. I think that again, that's why, like, when I started watching this movie, I was like, oh fuck. It's like, because it makes you also feel bad for laughing at the first half, I think. Like, I had like laughter's remorse. You know what I mean? When you have Rob Morgan's character saying stuff like, Sting once fired in front of me, made eye contact, and didn't even say excuse me. It was like, that was a baller move or whatever. Like, that made me chuckle. But then like a half hour later, we got people that are openly denying that there's a fucking apocalypse upon us and actively working against the best interest of the country and the world because they want to make some extra money.
Yeah.
And that's all happening in real time right now. It's terrifying.
So I feel like I need to watch this part over again, but there's a point, you know, towards the end, like right before the Bash launch happens, where Orlean, Meryl Streep's character, and Bash, they cut out Russia, India, and China from the rights of claiming some of the Comet's mining deal or whatever. So then those countries then basically do a joint deflection mission where they're basically they're going to shoot their own rocket at the thing to kind of, you know, knock it off course, which at the point where they're going to hit it is probably not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too right there. Now, with that being said, their mission doesn't happen because the spacecraft explodes on takeoff, right? But if you notice in the foreground of the explosion in the back, you see like a truck just like driving in the front. A part of me is just like, did they blow up that spacecraft? I have a feeling that's it's supposed to mean, like they destroyed it.
I think so for sure.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't try to. Yeah, for sure. I feel like that. Yeah, which is dark as hell too, right? There's all these little things where it's like even more sinister if you think about it. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it's that tonal shift is what like threw off so many people and what makes me ultimately like kind of mixed on what I'm going to give this as a rating. Because the ending, I mean, that final scene before we get to the credits where we literally see the world explode, and like we see, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio, Rob Morgan, Jennifer Lawrence, Timothy Chalamet, Leo's family around this table. It's their last meal. They know as they're grocery shopping, this is their last meal. Which the fact that they were like able to be cordial and like, you know, go to the like checkout line probably and like get their groceries and stuff is wild to me. That just shows like I think that's the positive version of what would happen if people knew within like a few hours we're all going to die.
Yeah,
because it's a coin toss, right? A coin toss, not a coin toss. A coin toss as to whether or not the Bash drones are going to work, right? And they immediately start failing and blowing up.
Yeah,
because that's our last hope. Because of, you know, they said other countries tried to do something similar to what the U.S. did and aborted on, but then their rockets fucked up too, right?
No. That's the one I was talking about. The China, Russia.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure that the U.S. blew it up.
We would definitely do that right now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
because we're going to be the heroes.
Yeah. And so, you know, like, I mean, it's the last meal. Leo reconciles with his wife. You know, those two reconcile, and she admits to him that like when they were dating in college, she cheated on him with like Tommy Yang or some shit. And he's just like, oh, and I'm like, hey, I mean, you're about to die. You cheated too. You know,
it is what it is.
And also it's college, so you don't have to worry about, you know, her having no babies that are, you know, out of wedlock and nothing like that.
Yeah, half Asian babies. You ain't got them in the house. You see these kids are yours.
you know, and that's gonna be tough too, because you have to deal with it being cucked as well as not even getting the diversity stuff because they cut affirmative action for all the fucking schools. I'm just kidding. He's Asian. He's gonna be fine. That's how they filed the lawsuit. That's how this all started, because the Asian students were saying they were being discriminated against. For a affirmative action. Anyways, this is way too political. We might have to switch this up. This might have to be a Patreon only episode.
No, man. People need to fucking hear this shit. Fuck that shit. Well, see, and that's the thing. It's like, oh, we don't want to be political. Well, guess what? The whole fucking world's political now.
I know. I just said that after prefacing that this is going to be political as fuck, everybody.
Yeah, there's. I mean, bro, like, you know, I don't know if you heard somebody leaked from the White House that Trump is talking about putting 2.7 million people on a dead list, meaning that they're going to be blocked out from financial institutions, aka you're not going to be able to make money here, you're not going to be able to hold money here, to force people to leave the United States. Why? Wow. Because they're not politically aligned with him, and they're calling bullshit on the bullshit that he puts out on a daily basis. I'm probably on that list too, but like, this is where we're fucking at. The world is political now. We have a guy who's literally fucking attacking anybody who doesn't agree with the bullshit ridiculousness that he says on a daily basis that we all know is wrong. So fuck him. Fuck anybody who's talking about like, oh, I don't want to hear about that shit. It's like, sorry, motherfucker, you got to. Man.
You're so angry.
No, you know what?
I get it though. That's the word. That's sorry.
Because like, you know, I guess it's just like the other day I was, you know, we were talking about something, and then Jackson made a comment. He was just like, well, you know, no other country is going to beat the United States because, you know, we're a big, strong country and things like that. And I was just like, hey, kid, we've lost the war before. It's just like this, we're not the strongest, like, and we're only getting weaker. And like, to see the look on his face of just being just like, wait, what? And it's like, yeah, all that stuff you've been hearing is absolute bullshit.
You're fucking up his whole impression. You're fucking up his whole worldview, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's probably what's being told in school.
Exactly, but it has to happen. It has to happen. It's just like, and like, you know, Paula, I know she gets pissed at me because she's just like, you can't be. I'm just like, yo, like it or not, like they're gonna eventually get it because they're little black kids. They're half black, don't matter. They're black kids in the public eye because they got a speck of my blood in them, and they're gonna be treated like so. And like eventually they're going to get treated like full black kids. And that's when, once they hit teenage years, it's like, I'd rather them get to know, understand that feeling now so they can learn to fucking navigate those waters than live in this fucking fake ass world. But that's also the world that the rest of the world's been living in a fake world, thinking that everything's going to be fine. And the United States is doing, you know, all the best shit for everybody else, not realizing that we are garbage, and we've been garbage for a long time. And like, we've done some great things, but right now we are extra hot garbage in the fucking Sahara sun. Okay. And we need to come to terms with that so that we could switch this shit up.
All right. Well, I did want to ask before we get to ratings and stuff like that. Obviously, I imagine.
Am I okay? No.
Yeah, well, that too. None of us are okay. But in regards to like your final dinner, right? Like you know, mm-hmm. Like it's the end of the world. I got one more night with the people I love. Who would you want at that table with you? And also, are you gonna get drunk for the first time, or are you just gonna get it like take a bunch of edibles?
No, I don't want to be high. I don't want to be high.
I'd be on the best feeling sativa of the land.
You know, honestly, I would probably want to do the largest potluck you've ever heard of. And I'd want to gather as many people, friends, family, people that I love, admire, or just, you know, strangers that just want to, that just need somebody to chat with. Yeah. And just have the biggest community outlet that I possibly can get. And we just sit around and we just talk and we just act like everything's going to be okay. Just for a moment, and then just, you know, bask in what humanity is supposed to be.
I like that.
And I want to be present for that. I want to, you know, look my people in the eyes, possibly for the last time. And God forbid there's, you know, whatever, when this thing hits and I'm able, and, you know, things start going bad, if I can help and try to save people, you know, delay the inevitable, I want to be able to do that. So yeah, that's what I would do.
Damn, I'm like getting emotional thinking about this. I think, and I appreciate what you said for sure, like having, like organizing that, and just, especially because I know how you are, and like I know you would open your door to people that just don't have anyone to be with and stuff. I would want to be with, you know, Tati and Besson Ross, like God's son, you know, obviously if you're doing your own thing, but like you said, the people you care and love about. Especially if I had time to plan it, like it's just happening. Like we get like 2 hours notice. Obviously, I'm gonna just
you got work what you got.
I'm gonna cook dinner for Tati. We're gonna probably have like a bottle or two, probably 30 bottles of wine, red wine, and just, you know, go out together. But if I could plan it, I would want everyone to come to the beach, in like one of the beaches in Puerto Rico, and we'd like have a barbecue basically. And then when we see, like, you know, because we've always thought that you and I have always talked about on the show, like our biggest fears about the ocean and dying in the ocean and stuff. And like, the, you know, the big wave coming, like that's terrifying, right? And that's like fucking worst nightmares I've had. But I think if I were there of like the people I love the most, my anxiety would then turn into calm. Like my heart would be pumping, my anxiety would be spiking as we see the wave coming. But I think if I were holding the hands of people I love, you know, this is our last moment together, and that I'm with them, I'm not dying alone, I think I feel a sense of calm before, you know what I mean? I think that's a very powerful thing.
Yeah.
If I could choose how I go out in like the end of the world scenario, I think that's what I want.
I mean, and then the good thing is you don't have to worry about necessarily drowning because the impact of the water would kill you instantly.
Kill you.
So yeah. You don't have to worry about much.
I think once you realize that, like, I think the prolonged death is like really what I think it makes people uncomfortable to think about. Like, I don't want to die slowly or whatever. But like, like in the world scenario, you kind of want to die immediately where you don't even realize it's like the Flash, I imagine.
Yeah.
You don't want to. You don't want to be floating around in the water after you've been fucked up. Like, that's not a good day.
Yeah. Because guess what's not going to die in that? Sharks.
But now we're getting a Sharknado conversation. I don't want to do all that. Justin, do we have any letterbox reviews?
Yeah, we got some letterboxes. All right. Up first, we have Vaymania. Sorry. They said, yeah, rewatching this to remind myself that we are all gonna die, parentheses, someday. This was written June 6, 2026, 4 stars.
All right.
Up next, we have Marsh Boy. Marsh Boy writes, Oscar-worthy performance by Leo pretending to like women his own age. December 24th, 2021, and that's 2.5 stars. I'm going to put the dates in because, I think it's good to have before and after. All right. Up next, we have Aubrey. Aubrey writes, upon discovering the world will end in 6 months, Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence do the only rational thing by having sex with Kate Blanchett and Timothée Chalamet. 3 stars.
Okay.
Fair. And our last review, this is from January 3rd, 2022. If anything, this movie may have accelerated climate change. 1.5 stars.
Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Right.
And those are our letterbox reviews.
All right, cool. We did get some Patriot thoughts. And folks, remember, you sign up at Patreon at patreon.com/mediapopcorn. You're guaranteed to have your thoughts and reviews of that movie read on that episode. So first up, we have Nicole O, who wrote, I watched this when it first came out. I think it was around COVID. I couldn't even laugh at the movie because it was like, this is how it would really happen. We'd be on the way to death and the government would still lie. I watched the movie and felt sad and hopeless. Facepalm emoji. Yeah, I hear that. And then Kendall Scarberry wrote, went back and rewatched it. I get the satire and comedy they're going for. It is more relevant now than it was first released. It is to start looking at us as a society. That said, great cast as core and supporting actors. Dialogue was great. Jonah Hill did a great job at being smarmy. I wanted to choke slam his character and the tech douche. I give it a large. Yeah, and then Jonah Hill ironically lives. He lives. Yeah. It's the tag at the end. He lives. He survived. Even though the toxins and I imagine from the radiation alone would take him out pretty soon. But anyways, Justin, break down our rating system, baby.
Stop calling me baby. Guys, you know how we do this. We rate movies bags of popcorn, small, medium, large, and the XL for the exceptional. If a film doesn't deserve any hot, buttery, delicious popcorn, we throw it into the stale popcorn pile. We pile piles and piles of stale popcorn on top of it. So, Brandon, we watched the 2021 film Don't Look Up. It has a crazy cast in here, but I need your review. What say you, sir?
Yeah, this gets a small. I think this is a movie we should revisit in like 5 years. It gets a small right now just because tonally it was all over the place. Despite a great cast, and Leo and Jennifer Lawrence do phenomenal work. There's just something about it that doesn't quite sit with me. That makes me feel almost like nasty. Like, I don't want to say nasty, but just like I feel uncomfortable. I feel weird after watching it. And I don't know what that says about me or the movie. But yeah, it gets it small. But again, I want to revisit in a few years, maybe, when the dust is settled after whatever the fuck we're going through right now.
Fair.
Justin, what's your rating?
I'm going to give it a medium. I thought that it did a good job with what it was trying to do. But like you said, I think that we're not in the space to truly appreciate what they did here because of the fact of what we're currently going through. It's almost, it's almost a little bit depressing. How true to the form this is for the United States, but I think there were parts of this I really enjoyed, but then there are parts where it's just like, man, this is it. This is where we're at, and that's what makes it hard.
For sure, it's too close to home, man.
Yeah,
too close to home. All right, folks. Well, that's our review on Don't Look Up. You can check it out on Netflix and let us know your thoughts. Hit us up on all social media platforms at Medium P Podcast or mediumpod@gmail.com. YouTube.com/Medium Popcorn Podcast. Press that subscribe button so you get alert about all future reviews and celebrity interviews we have on the channel. And you can follow me personally at Fertile_Blackens on Instagram and Threads, FertileBlackens.com for my upcoming show dates. I got some Drunk Black History stuff and also some stand-up dates. So if you want to hear me tell some crazy stories or you want to hear me tell stories about Black historical figures, just check out all those shows at FertileBlackens.com. And Justin, if you want to support the show financially as well as follow you on social media, what can they do, my brother?
Well, first of all, you go over to Jay Brown. That's what I meant to say.
Jay Brown.
Go over to Jay Brown did it on all the social media platforms. But guys, you can follow this show, support this show on Patreon, patreon.com/medium popcorn. We have $2, $5, $10, and $15 packages. Our entire backlog is on Patreon. We have bonus shows, we have mini shows. Guys, Patreon's where it's at. Get on it. Patreon.com/medium popcorn.
Yep. There you go, folks. Slap it up, put it down. Everybody get around. All right, y'all. Be safe out there. Hold your loved ones close. And remember, don't believe what you see on TV.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world. Let me finish the whole damn thing, Brandon. Jesus, don't cut me off.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Medium popcorn. We are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me, and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Medium popcorn. Woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault.